students, I hope all of you are doing good. Let's start today's chapter, ratio and proportion. In this chapter, we will discuss about all these topics. Okay. Introduction. In our day-to-day life, we do comparison of many things. We compare marks obtained by student in different assignments or different subjects. If we compare the heights of two children, we may say one is 2 centimeter taller than the other. On the other hand, if we compare the age of a daughter and mother, we may say the age of mother is 3 times the daughter's age. Okay, thus we see that there are 2 mathematical ways of comparing the quantities. One, finding the difference. 2, finding the quotient. Okay, ratio. The relationship of one numerical quantity to the another as a quotient so as to indicate their relative sizes is called a ratio. Let us consider the following examples. Amit got 60 marks in mathematics and Ankit got 75 marks in mathematics out of 100. Compare the marks obtained by them. We may compare them by obtaining difference in their marks. That is 75 minus 60 is equals to 15. And say Ankit got 15 marks more than Amit in mathematics. Okay. Another way is we divide the marks obtained by them, which is 60 divided by 75 is equals to 4 by 5. And say that ratio of the marks obtained by Amit to the marks obtained by Ankit is 60 is to 75 or 4 is to 5. Remember that ratio of the marks obtained by Ankit and Amit is 75 is to 60 or 5 is to 4 and not 4 is to 5, right? In finding ratios, the order must be specified. Let us look at the following example. The cost of one apple is rupees 10 and cost of one orange is rupees 5. The ratio of the cost of one apple to the cost of one orange is cost of one apple is 10, cost of one orange is 5. So this is the ratio. Okay, 10 is to 5 or you can say 2 is to 1. Okay. Next, also the ratio of cost of one orange is to the cost of one apple is first. Now here we have asked first the cost of one orange. So we will write 5 and then 10. Okay, or 1 is to 2. Okay, this we read this sign as is 2. Thus, ratio is a method of comparison of two quantities by division. The ratio can be proper as well as improper fraction. Okay, let's do example 1. In a school, there are 400 boys. Okay, 600 girls and 100 teachers. Now we have to find the ratio of A. You have to find the ratio of number of boys to girls. So number of boys, there are 400, number of girls 600. Okay, 0 0 goes and 2 by 3. So the ratio is 2 is to 3. Okay. Number 2, number of girls to number of teachers. So how many girls are there? 600 and how many teachers are there? 100. So the ratio is 6 is to 1. Number 3, number of teachers to number of boys. Number of teachers 100, number of boys 400. 0 0 goes. Ratio is 1 is to 4 and number 4 is number of boys to total number of students. Okay, how many boys are there? 400 and number of students. But wait a minute, number of students are not given. Then what will you do? Actually, number of student is equals to number of boys plus number of girls. Okay, so number of boys 400, number of girls 600. So total students is equals to 1000, right? So 400 upon 1000. 0, 2 zeros goes, then 2 ones, 2 twos are 4, 2 fives are 10. And the ratio is 2 is to 5. Okay. No more. When we compare two quantities, it must be made sure that the two quantities are expressed in the same unit of measurement. For example, if we have to compare 1 meter with 40 centimeter, both the quantities must be either expressed in centimeter or both in meter and then find the ratios, right? Example 2, find the ratio of the following quantities, rupees 5 to 50 paise. Okay, look here, both the units are different. So first we will convert rupees to paise. Okay, so 1 rupee, 1 rupee is equals to 100 paise. So rupees 5 is equals to 500 paise. So we have to find out the ratio of 500 paise and 50 paise. So 500 paise upon 50 paise is what? The ratio is 10:1. Similarly, in second part also you will convert 2 kilogram into gram and then we'll find out the ratio. Right, students? Equivalent ratios. Consider the following examples. Shaded is to unshaded. 1:3. Shaded is to unshaded. 2:6. Okay. Or 2/6 is equals to 1/3 or 1:3. Hence, 1:3 and 2:6 are same ratio. These are called equivalent ratios. Suppose we have to find two equivalent ratios of 3:4. So what will you do? 3:4 is equals to 3/4. Now you will multiply by 2. So you'll get 6/8 or 6:8. Okay. And then you will multiply by 3. You will get 9/12 or 9:12. Okay. Hence 6:8, 9:12 are equivalent ratios of 3:4. Okay. Same ratio in different situations. Two line segments which are 3 cm and 4 cm in length respectively. Two pieces of cloth measuring 3 meters and 4 meters in length respectively. Two lumps of sugar weighing 3 kg and 4 kg respectively. And two vessels containing 3 liters and 4 liters of milk. Hence, we see that in all situations, the ratio of quantities is what? 3:4. Okay. Example 4, find 3 pairs of numbers which are in the ratio 3:4. It's like finding equivalent ratios, okay, which we have done here also. So you will do it like that only. No more. We know that numerator and denominator or terms of a fraction may be multiplied or divided by the same non-zero number without changing the value of the fraction. Okay. Next, dividing given quantity in the given ratio. Suppose we have to divide a quantity m in the ratio a:b. Then the two parts are a upon a plus b into m and b upon a plus b into m. Example, write 3 equivalent ratios of 2:3. Okay, this is similar which I already told you, 2/3, then you will multiply by 2, here also 2, 4/6. Okay, 2/3, then 3 and 3, 6/9, and then 2/3 you will multiply by 4 is 8/12. Okay, so all these ratios are equivalent to 2:3. Similarly, you will do second part also. Okay, no more. Remember, the numbers a and b are called the terms of the ratio a:b, where a is the antecedent, means first term, and b is the consequent, that is second term. When the ratio a:b is written in fraction form ab, recall that a, b are respectively called the numerator and the denominator of the fraction. B, the ratio a:b is not same as the ratio b:a, that is the order of the two numbers matters, right? No more. If a quantity m is divided in ratio a:b:c, then 3 parts are a upon a plus b plus c into m, b upon a plus b plus c into m, and c upon a plus b plus c into m. Example, if 600 mangoes are divided in the ratio 1:2:3, then first part is equals to 1 upon 1 into 1 plus 2 plus 3 into 600. That is 600 upon 600 mangoes. Second part, 2 upon 1 plus 2 plus 3 into 600 is equals to 200 mangoes. And third part is 3 into 1 plus 2 plus 3 into 600 is equals to 300 mangoes. Okay. Now, you will do this. Let's do exercise 12.1. Write the following ratios in the simplest form. You have this ratio 40:8. 40:8. 40 divided by 8. 8 ones are 8, 8 fives are 40. So the ratio is 5:1, right? Proportion. As a ratio is to compare two given quantities, proportion is a way to compare two given ratios. Let us consider the following example. A fruit seller sells 1 dozen bananas for rupees 42 and another fruit seller sells 4 dozen bananas for rupees 168. Who is selling at a cheaper rate? The ratio of the number of bananas sold by two shopkeepers is 1/4 or 1:4. Also, the ratio of their cost is 42 divided by 168, that is 1/4 is equals to 1:4. Since both the ratios are equal, hence both the fruit sellers are selling banana at the same rate. Now let us consider the following example. Cost of 2 notebooks sold by A is rupees 50 and cost of 12 notebooks sold by B is rupees 300. Whose notebooks are expensive? Here again we first find the ratio of the number of notebooks sold by A and B. So number of notebooks sold by A is 2 and number of notebooks sold by B is 12. Okay, so we'll get 1/6 or 1:6 is the ratio. Okay, also the ratio of cost of notebooks sold by A 50 by sold by A and B is 50/300, that is 1/6 or you can say 1:6. Since the two ratios are equal, the cost of notebooks sold by A and B are equal. In this case 2/12 and 50/300 are equivalent ratios. Also in the previous example, the two ratios, that is 1:4 and 42:168 are also equivalent ratios. Hence, if the two ratios are equivalent, they are said to form a proportion. Okay, no more. If the two ratios are equal, then they are called proportional. We use the symbol, this symbol, or equal to equate them. 3. If four numbers A, B, C, D are such that A is to B is same as C is to D, that is A, B, C, D are in proportion, then it is written as A is to B is to, this is A is to B, then you will put this sign, that is proportional sign, or C is to D, or you can say A is to B is equals to C is to D. 4. The first and fourth terms, that is A and D, are called extremes, and the second and third terms, that is B and C, are called means. 5th, if A, B, C, D are in proportion, then A into D is equals to B into C, that is product of extremes is equals to product of means. This can be used for testing tool of proportionality. Okay. The symbol this or equal to is used to express the two ratios which are in proportion. Thus 1:4 and then the sign 42:168 is read as 1:4 proportional to 42:168, or 1:4 is same as 42:168. Okay. For example, 3:4 proportional to 9:12. Here 3 and 12. Okay, 3:4 is proportional to 9:12. Okay, 3 and 12, these are extremes. Okay, and 4 and 9, these are means. Okay. Then 3 into 12 is equals to 36. And 4 into 9 is equals to 36. This property is used to test the proportionality of the given numbers. Example 7, are the ratios 3:4 and 21:35 in proportion? Okay, let's check. So what will you do? You have 7:4 and then 21:35. Okay, we will find the product of extremes. 7 into 35. Okay, 7 5s are 5. 7 5s are 35, 3 carry, 7 3s are 21, plus 3, 24. Then we will find the product of means, 4 into 21, that is 484. See, product of extreme is not equal to product of means, that means given ratios are not in proportion, right? Exercise 12.2. Which of the following are in proportion? So what will you do? First, we will find the product of extremes. Product of extremes is 3 into 30 is equals to 90, and then product of means is equals to 36 into 56. 36 into 56 is clearly not equal to 90 degrees, so these are not in proportion, right? Unitary method. When we go to market to buy anything, we ask for the rate or price of that item. The shopkeeper tells us the price of one item. If we want more than one of that item, we calculate the cost accordingly by multiplying with the cost of one item with number of items to be purchased. It is always convenient to calculate the cost of more than one item if cost of one item is known. In unitary method, we calculate the cost of one item, maybe 1 kilogram or 1 liter, and calculate the cost of required items by multiplying, or in other words, in unitary method, we calculate the value of 1 unit and then find the value of required number of units accordingly. Let us try to understand this by the following example. Example 11. If 1 dozen pencil costs rupees 18, what is the cost of 15 pencils? Okay, 1 dozen means is equals to 12 numbers, so 1 dozen is equals to 12 pencils. So here we know the cost of 12 pencils and we have to find the cost of 15 pencils. So what will we do? First we will find out the cost of one pencil. How? You will write cost of 12 pencils is equals to rupees 18 and cost of one pencil is equals to rupees 18 divided by 12. So what will we get? We will get rupees 1 and 50 paise. Now we have got the price or the cost of one pencil. Now easily we can find out the cost of 15 pencils. So cost of 15 pencils is what? You will multiply rupees 1 and 50 paise by 15. Okay, and here you will get this answer 22 rupees and 50 paise. Right, students? Let's do exercise 12.3. If cost of 2 dozen pens is rupees 132, find the cost of 45 such pens. Okay, so you will write cost of 1 dozen, that is cost of 12 pens, is equals to how much? Rupees 132. First you will find cost of 1 pen. You will divide rupees 132 by 12. So what will you get? 12 ones are 12, rupees 11. So cost of 1 pen is rupees 11. Now you have to find out the cost of 45 pens. Okay, rupees 11 into 45. Okay, 45 ones are 45, 4 carry 45 ones are 45 plus 4, 495 is the cost of 45 such pens. Right, students? Now you will do practice of remaining questions.